I wanted to tell a game story today. It opens with a massacre, killing half or more of the village the players were hanging out in. The players are quite upset and decide to plan a counterattack on the foul orcish tribe that did this, but needed an army to make that happen. Lucky for them, a convenient distance to the north sat a monastery full of elite soldiers training in the ways of Ki. So they began their trek, climbing into the harsh winter-like mountain, searching for a group strong enough to bring them justice. So in my head they were approaching this elite group of warriors, but then they go over the hill and they see a bunch of people surrounding the Grand Master, and they're all chanting as he chugs an entire barrel of ale, and they're all drunk. You see, I run a lot of improv, and for this particular encounter, I allowed the players to choose the subclass during the session. I was expecting them to choose Sun Soul, but instead they chose Drunken Master. So what would have been a strong army of miniature Gokus was now a bunch of college students that they were trying to hire for a fight. So they go up to their army and try to recruit. In response, they are of course handed a quest because I don't hand out free armies. A group of animals in the region keep breaking in and stealing the monastery's beer. Quick, you must remove these animals and you will gain our aid. And so they set off. It isn't long before they spy a group of gorillas, which, now that I think about it, doesn't make a ton of sense in fantasy Europe, and I should have swapped them with an almost gorilla species, but not quite for the ecosystem. Battle starts, and all the gorillas take a posture that is a tad strange, swaying. You see, monkey see, monk-e do. I was planning for them to choose one of the cooler powers, but nah, they're fighting drunk gorillas. Had it been the sunbeams, they had the climbing speed, so it was gonna be really annoying because they were gonna be dancing out of range while shooting lasers at them. And it was gonna be a very interesting combat. Here it's still an interesting combat, but only because the gorillas are drunk. In a quick-witted move, one of the players casted Speak with Animals and spoke to the gorillas. As natural imitators, they were simply performing acts that the people of the temple did. This meant sparring and techniques, and also it meant drinking. So they, of course, needed beer, and they took it in large quantities. Some of it was given to a second entity that we will discuss in a minute. They asked to go to the gorilla's home and begin a journey. I'd planned for more than one combat, so as they travel, they come across a broken series of carriages and cages. They learn the tragic backstory of the monkeys. They were circus animals trained to mimic gestures, until one day, Big Bro, as they referred to him, set them free and killed all the humans. While they were here, they were supposed to fight some circus animals, but I unfortunately forgot to run that section of my prepared script. Soon they arrive at the residence of the gorillas, and they see sleeping a massive creature of intimidating size with horns the size of one's head. This was a yeti that had previously rescued the gorillas from the circus group. They hide themselves and watch the gorillas interact with the yeti for a time. With Speak with Animals, they can tell that the gorillas and the yeti don't share a language, but the yeti kinda puts up with them. Pretty soon, the yeti separates from the rest of the group, and the party, knowing that yetis are inherently evil, goes and removes him while they were separated. And as the battle began, they saw the yeti take a strange posture as it once again had a swaying motion and performed drunken movements to fight the party. Due to poor planning on my part, the combat was actually quite short, and the party made their way, with the gorillas in tow as they had formed an alliance of sort, back to the town where they arranged for the gorillas to be cared for. If you hit the red button, we can talk again next week, and YouTube says you'll probably enjoy this video.